Welcome back, Rovers, to Whimpering Wastes in Wuthering Waves. This is the worst titled endgame in any gacha game that I've ever played, so I have no idea why they call this Wastes or something, but whatever. We are here in this new iteration where one side is always shielded by Cartethiya and the other side is, do what you want to do. For here, I'm gonna use my Camellya team because I've ignored her for quite a while, and this latest quest showed me that she is the #1 waifu in this game. The main reason I'm using Camellya over Frolova is that I do not have Frolova's weapon. I want it. I will be pulling for it when her banner comes live, but right now I'm just using Camellya, and she just gets the job done. Even though her crit damage is on the lower side, like I think I have 215% crit damage, which could be more, which should be more obviously, but my echo rolls have not been great, so it is what it is. The normal team is Camellya, Sanhua and Shorekeeper. I don't have Rochia, so if you have Rochia you can replace Sanhua with her because Rochia I think buffs havoc damage also, so she is the perfect pair for Camellya. And then Shorekeeper is your average buffer. If you don't have Shorekeeper, I think Verena could work. But that is it, that is the team, and you just have to keep Camellya on field as long as possible. You just want her, you just want to look at her beautiful vines and her upside down strikes and whatever, because she is just damn gorgeous. It is on the easier side. Obviously if you have sequences for these characters for Camellya or Shorekeeper, it's gonna make life so much more easier. The totem or the buff that I'm using is the 80% increased damage when you're in mid-air, which perfectly fits well for Camellya because she is mid-air. Her entire playstyle is attacking in mid-air, so she can utilize that buff and always keep 100% uptime on it, which is very good. The main problems that I just encountered with this particular stage were the wolves. Basically, when they howl, they send you back. They send you a good distance away, and it is just rough. It is just rough because the AI in Whimpering Wastes is absolute crap. It is absolute crap. Like, if an enemy goes to the far side, they will not come to attack you. They will stand there. If it's a bow enemy, they will just shoot from there. So it is absolutely crap. So you just want to try to group these enemies or have them in the middle of the field. Do not throw them away. Do not let them go anywhere beyond the circle that you see in Shorekeeper's aura, like the middle circle. Just stay over there and it will work. Camellya can easily score 2000, 2100 or 2000 if you have a better team, like a better Camellya than I have, probably 2300 as well, which makes the second side so much more easier to control, especially if you don't have Cartethiya. But over here I'm using my Cartethiya team with Ciaccona. Cartethiya is S0R1, Ciaccona is S0R0, and then we have Rover, who is, she does something. She's just there for the first outro. That's it. That is female Rover's purpose. You can replace female Rover with Chissa if you have, but I just use female Rover because the initial burst is much more important. Once Ciaccona and Cartethiya get going, they just steamroll everything. This side, the second side, was far much more easier because in the end you're just swapping between Ciaccona and Cartethiya. As I've said in my previous Whimpering Waste videos and my Tower of Adversity videos, in Cartethiya teams you basically want Ciaccona because Cartethiya herself is self-sufficient. Especially in Fleur-de-Lis's form, she has self-heal on her burst, she has increased attack, she scales on HP. This is probably the most busted scaling in any gacha game. Like, if a character scales on HP, you know that their damage is going to be absolutely insane. You have Neuvillette in Genshin as proof for that. You have Castoris in Star Rail. So anybody who scales on HP, they are future-proof and they are insanely good. So Cartethiya is insane on that part. And also, her gameplay is simple. You just need to basic attack and then use her skill once. Just keep on spamming that basic attack button, normal attack button, and just do random nonsense. The rotation is like I said, you just need to swap between Cartethiya and Ciaccona, and you need to switch from Fleur-de-Lis to Cartethiya when Ciaccona's song ends. So if you do not have that setting, like if you've disabled the setting where Ciaccona's sound is disabled, you need to keep a track of when Ciaccona exits the field so you can go back to Cartethiya and then, you know, do the rotation again. But I have the music on, so whenever her song ends, I use the ultimate. I swap to outro to Ciaccona, do her shenanigans, do her stuff, and then outro back to Cartethiya. And it's easy. It is very, very easy over here. Obviously, if you have a better build, if you have Ciaccona's weapon, or if you have sequences on Cartethiya, this is an easy, an easy 2500 plus score. You can even get 3000 or 3200 depending on, you know, how well your ping is or how well your gameplay skill is. I just care for the S rank. As you can see, the S rank is here. That is it. I get the asteroids, I am out. I do not care about that title. So like you see over here, there's only a score of 100 difference, which, I mean, it kind of varies with each run depending on the ping and the enemy and all, but it is what it is. So that is it. That was my clear, and hope you enjoyed this. And obviously in the future I will be voicing these now because I just do not want to type a lot. It's kind of inefficient, honestly. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Look at this gorgeous Chissa. And I will be back when another endgame resets. So stay tuned, please subscribe, and have a great day. Goodbye.